Good morning, students. Today the most auspicious day for you all. So, from the bottom of my heart, I would like to wish you a very happy Children's Day. Today we are going to start a new topic called fractions. Okay? Before discussing this topic, let us first understand what is fraction. So, anybody can tell me what is fraction? Yes. Yes. Fraction is a part of whole. Suppose we are having this circle. We have divided this circle into two equal parts. Then each scattered part represents 1 by 2. Okay? So when you divide this circle into 4 equal parts, then each part represents 1 by 4. So from figure we can say it's clear that fraction represents a part of a whole. Now let us discuss what are the different types of fractions. Okay? So fractions are proper fractions, improper fractions, mixed fractions, like fractions and unit fractions. Okay, so one by one we will discuss in detail. Okay, first let us understand what is this proper fraction. Yes, you.
Fraction whose numerator is smaller than the denominator. For example, 2 by 4, 3 by 6, and 9 by 12.
Yes. So proper fraction is the fraction whose denominator is lesser than the numerator. Okay? For example, 5 by 9, 6 by 9, 7 by 18. These all are proper fractions. Clear? Next is your improper fractions. So, what is improper fraction? Anybody can tell me? Yes.
A fraction whose numerator is greater than the denominator, such as 5 by 2, 7 by 2.
Yes, good. So, sit. Improper fraction is the fraction whose numerator is greater than the denominator. Yes. So, take the example here. 5 upon 2, 7 upon 3, 4 upon 3. These all are improper fractions. Okay. Next fraction is mixed fraction. Yes. So mixed fraction is what? Mixed fraction is the combination of whole number and proper fraction. Okay. For example, 2 5 by 6. This is the mixed fraction because here this is your whole number and this is your proper fraction. So the combination of whole number and proper fraction is called mixed fraction. Okay? Next is your equivalent fractions. Equivalent fractions are what? Anybody can tell me? Yes, you.
Fractions having the same value.
Yes. Equivalent fractions are those fractions having the same values. Okay. For example, we have taken here 5 by 6. This is your 10 by 12, 15 by 18, 20 by 24. These all are called equivalent fractions of 5 by 6 because whenever you simplify 10 by 12, 15 by 18 or 20 by 24, you will get 5 by 6. Okay, so these are called your equivalent fractions. To 5 by 6. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Next, we will learn how to convert mixed fractions into improper fractions. Okay? Let us take an example here, and before taking an example, I would like to tell you one thing. What is the rule of writing mixed fractions into improper fractions? Suppose we have taken 5 2 by 5. What we do first? First of all, we have to multiply. This is the whole number by denominator and we add numerator to the product we got and this is divided by the denominator. Okay, so using this rule we can convert this mixed fractions into improper fractions. This will give you 5 into 5 plus 2 divided by 5 and this is your 25 plus 2 by 5 and this will give you 27 by 5. So 27 by 5 is the improper fractions of the mixed fractions 5 2 by 5. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next we have to learn how to convert improper fractions into mixed fractions. Okay, how to convert improper fractions into mixed fractions? There is a very simple rule I would like to tell you here. Suppose we have taken here 12 by 7. Okay, this is to be converted into mixed fraction. So the rule is here. First we write here quotient, remainder divided by divisor. Okay, so let us perform this division. What is quotient here? Here quotient is 1 and your remainder is 5 and your divisor is 7. So So this is your next fraction. Is it clear to you all?
Yes, sir.
Next. Next, I would like to learn how to add the like fractions or unlike fractions. Before doing this, let us first understand what are like fractions and unlike fractions. So, what is unlike? What is like fractions? Anybody can tell me? Yes.
Fraction with the same value are called like fraction. For example, 2 by 11, 3 by 11, 4 by 11, 5 by 11.
Okay. Or anybody? Anybody can define like fractions? Yes.
A fraction that has same denominator are called like fraction, such as 2 by 10, 3 by 10, 5 by 10.
Okay. Sit. Like fractions should be more than one or two fractions. Okay. So 2 or 3 fractions are said to be like fractions if they have the same denominators. Clear? So simply you can say like fractions are the fractions having the same denominators. Let us take an example. 5 by 7, 6 by 7, 8 by 7, 9 by 7. These all are called like fractions. Next is your unlike fractions. So, unlike fractions are the fractions having the different denominators. Clear? Take example here. 7 by 8, 7 by 9, 6 by 10, 12 by 30. These all are unlike fractions. Okay? And here, addition and subtraction can be done with like fractions only. Okay? If the fractions are not like, you cannot add them together correctly. Before adding them, you will have to convert the given denominators into like denominators. Okay? Means you have to convert the given fractions into the same denominators. So, what we do for this? We have to find LCM. Okay? Write the example here. Suppose you have to add 5 by 7 and 2 by 6. You have to add. Okay? Now you see here, both have different denominators. Means they are unlike fractions. So before finding their sum, we have to first convert the denominators into same. So let us first find its LCM. Its LCM will be 42. After finding LCM, what we do? After finding LCM, we have to divide this LCM by the denominator of the first fraction. And whatever percent you are getting, that percent is to be multiplied by the numerator of the first fraction. So when you divide 42 by 7, you get 6. And this 6 is to be multiplied by 5. And same thing you have to repeat here. Again, this 42 is to be divided by the denominator 6. And when you divide this 42 by 6, you get 7. And this 7 is to be multiplied by 2. 30 plus 40. And this will give you 44 by 40. You can simplify this. 22 by 21. And what type of fraction is this? 22 by 21? Proper or improper? Improper fraction. And when we are having improper fraction, this is to be converted into mixed fraction. So convert it into mixed, you will get here. For this you just divide. One by 21. Okay, so is it clear? Now you understood how to add the online fractions. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Next. Topic is here, how to find equivalent fractions of a given fraction. Suppose you are given one fraction and you have to find equivalent fractions to that fraction. What do you do? There are two methods of finding the equivalent fractions of a given fraction. Two methods we are having here. One is called division method and another is called multiplication method. Okay. Now, so we are having here two methods to find the equivalent fractions of a given fraction. Now let us understand which methods will be used to find the equivalent fractions and when. Okay, suppose we are having here 5 by 6. Okay, this is your fraction 5 by 6. We have to find 5 equivalent fractions to 5 by 6. What do you do? Simply, you have to just multiply the given fractions by any number. Suppose we multiply these fractions by 2. So both numerator and denominator are to be multiplied by 2. You get here 10 by 12. This is your first equivalent fraction to 5 by 6. Suppose we want to find another fractions, then what do you do? You just multiply this 5 by 6 by 3. And this is your 15 by 18. Suppose we want to one more equivalent fractions, then what do? You just multiply this 5 by 6 by 4. You will get your 20 upon 24. So here 10 by 12, 15 by 18 and 20 by 24 are called equivalent fractions of 5 by 6. So is it clear? This is the method of multiplication. Using this method we can find the equivalent fractions to the given fractions. Now question arises here, why we have used here this multiplication method? Why not division method? You may ask the questions. So the answer to these questions I would like to tell you here that this 5 by 6 fraction is in the simplest form. And you know what is the simplest form of a fraction? Anybody can tell me? Simplest form of fraction. Anybody can tell me what is the simplest form of fraction? Okay, I tell you. Simplest fraction is said to be in simplest form if the numerator and denominator both have the common factor 1. Okay? Any fraction is said to be in its simplest form if the numerator and denominator both have a common divisor, common factor 1. Okay? So 5 by 6 is the fractions which is in simplest form, because when you find its factors you will get 1 as a common factor. So this is your in simplest form, and when the fraction is in simplest form, then we have to use the multiplication method to find the equivalent fractions. Clear?
Yes, sir.
And next question is when we have to use division method. Okay? So division method is to be used when your fraction is not in simplest form. Clear? Suppose we are having here 10 by 12. Okay? This 10 by 12 is not in simplest form. So what you do first, we have to use your division method, or in this condition you can use both methods. Either you can use division or you can use multiplication method. Okay? So here 10 by 12, if you have to find one equivalent fraction, then you have to divide it by 2, 5 by 6. This 5 by 6 is the equivalent fractions to 10 by 12. And if you want to find more equivalent fractions, then what you have to do? You have to multiply this fraction by, suppose 3, we have multiplied it. Another fraction, if you want to find, then we have to multiply it by 4. Okay, so these are two methods of finding the equivalent fractions of a given fraction. One is your division method and another is multiplication method. Now it's clear to you all when we have to use these two methods. Is it clear to you all?
Yes, sir.
Next we will discuss ascending order or descending order. Ascending means this is also known as increasing order. Increasing means from smaller to bigger, and descending, this is also called decreasing order, means from bigger to smaller. Now let us learn how to write the given fractions in ascending order or in the descending orders. Let us take an example here. See, this is the fraction. These are the fractions. You have to write this in ascending order. What you do here? Which one is the smaller fraction here? 1 by 2, 1 by 5, 1 by 7 and 1 by 8. Which are the smallest fractions here? 1 by?
Sir, 1 by 8.
1 by 8. Because you just remember it when you are having the same numerators. Okay? When you are having the fractions having the same numerators, then the fractions having the greater denominator will have the smaller value. Okay? So here we are seeing here all have the same numerators 1, and the fraction 1 by 8 is the fraction whose denominator is the highest. That's why this will be the smallest fraction. So first of all you have to write 1 by 8. This is less than 1 by. This is less than 1 by. And this is less than 1 by 8. Understood? Now, suppose we are having this type of fractions. then what do? When you are having such type of fractions, means the fractions having the same numerators, same denominators. Okay? When you are having the fractions having the same denominators, then what do? Then the value of the fractions depends on the numerator of the fraction. The fractions having the greater numerator will have the greater value. Understood? So what we are seeing now, this fraction 25 by 8 with the fractions whose denominator is 25, which is the greatest among all these numerators. So this will be your greatest fraction. And which will be the smallest here? 5 by 8. So first you write 5 by 8. This is less than 6 by 8. This is less than 7 by 8. And this is less than 8 by 8. And this is less than 25 by 8. Understood? So these are the process of writing the given fractions in ascending or descending orders. Okay? So we have discussed here two types of fractions here. When we are having the fractions which are different from these two, what do? Let us see. Suppose we are having here 7 by 3, 5 by 2, 9 by 3 and 4 by 3. These fractions are to be written in ascending order. Then what do you do here? See, the fractions what we are having here is neither in the first form or nor in the second form. This is totally different. Then what do you do here? First of all, we have to make the given fractions like fractions. Okay? And you know, for making the fractions like, what do you have to do? You have to find the LCM. Okay? So let us find LCM of this 3, 2, 3, 3. What would be the LCM? 6. What is the LCM of 3, 2, 3, 3. Okay? And you know, after finding LCM, what do you do? Divide the denominator of the first fraction. Divide this LCM by the denominator of the first fraction. So when you divide this 6 by 3, you get 2. And similarly here, 5 into 3, 9 into 2, and here 4 into 2. And now write your 14 by 6, 15 by 6, 18 by 6, or here 8 by 6. And now you see these are the fractions what we were having earlier. Okay? So now this can be written in the ascending order by writing 8 by 6 first. 8 by 6 is less than 14 by 6. This is less than 15 by 6 and this is less than 18 by 6. And after that you just write the actual fractions what we were having. So 8 by 6 is for whom? 8 by 6 is for 4 by 3. So write here 4 by 3. This is less than 14 by 6 means 7 by 3. This is less than 15 by 6 means 5 by 2. And 18 by 6 means 9 by 3. Clear? Yes, so this is the rule of writing the given fractions either in ascending or ascending order. Is it clear to you all?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.